upon a time, there lived a king. Like other kings, he had a really neat castle to live in and a lovely little kingdom to rule. But unlike other kings, this king spent most of his time in the bathtub. Oh yes, his name was George. King George. King George, Your Highness, do you think you'll be coming out anytime soon? We have important business to discuss.
What do you think, Ducky? Oh, I couldn't agree more. Not right now, Lewis. We're not finished with our royal bath.
It's quite important, sir.
Oh, Ducky, why can't they just leave us alone?
Yes, it was a little odd. You see, the kingdom was at war. The Great Pie War, to be exact. And usually, when a kingdom was at war, the king would, help.
It'll have to wait, Lewis. First things first. Right, Ducky?
King George loved to take baths, but most of all, King George loved his rubber ducky.
Some kings love horses, and some kings love cattle. Some kings love leading their troops into battle. But me, I'm not like that. I find that stuff yucky. I'd much rather stay in my tub with my ducky. Because I love my duck.
Sir, if I could have a minute.
Love my duck.
There are some things we must discuss.
I love my duck.
See, there's a war and, well, we're in it.
Love my duck.
Oh, I don't mean to make a fuss.
Then don't. Sing with me, Lewis.
Huh? Oh, okay. Because he loves his duck.
And that is why I can't be bothered.
Loves his duck.
With the particulars of war.
He loves his duck.
'Cause quite unlike my dear old father.
Loves his duck.
I find it all a bore. Now concentrate, dear Lewis, and I think you will agree. The most important person in the whole wide world is me. So please don't drag me down with all the people and their troubles. Go run some water in my tub to freshen up my bubbles.
Oh, boy.
Because I love my duck.
I don't know why I even bother.
Love my duck.
You just can't reason with this guy
Because I love my duck.
It's time to face the facts. I think we're all a little stuck.
So let the army run amok.
I fear the kingdom's out of luck
Because I love my duck.
Yes, undoubtedly we're stuck.
So let the army run amok.
Oh boy, we're really out of luck.
Because I love my... Hey, what's that? Give me a quarter.
Because I love my duck, you're always there to make me smile. I love my duck, you're my very favorite toy. Because I love my duck.
It's beautiful. I want it.
What? The house?
No, the ducky.
Oh. you already have a ducky.
What are you saying? That I shouldn't have whatever I want?
Well,
I must have it, I must get it, you must go and get it for me. If you want me to be happy, then you'll show me you adore me. Don't rest another minute till it's sitting here before me. If you wanna do your best, I would suggest you go and bring me back that duck.
but sir, if I could just jog your memory, you already have quite a few duckies.
Those are yesterday's duckies.
Huh? Well, these are all perfectly good duckies. Why, most of your loyal subjects would love to have even one ducky this nice.
I don't like these, I don't need these, I don't want these any longer. My affection for those duckies isn't getting any stronger. To say I can't have what I want, you couldn't be more wronger. Don't ask me to explain, there will be pain if you don't go and get that duck. Our conversation is over.
Did you say wronger?
What? I don't know. Perhaps.
It's more wrong, not more wronger.
It had to rhyme. Don't question a king's grammar. Now go and get that duck.
But King George, we can't just barge in and take Thomas's duck.
Why not?
Well, he'll tell people, and then everyone will think you're gonna come in and take their stuff. You can't run a kingdom that way.
No, all right. Well, then we'll have to do something about Thomas.
What?
Come in. Ah, Frederick, my favorite general. How goes the war?
As Lewis has told you, the pie war has grown ferocious. We need more men at the front.
Lewis didn't tell me that.
I was trying to, but you wouldn't come out of the...
More men, eh?
Yes, we need more men.
You know, I believe Thomas would like to help.
Thomas? He's rather small.
He's surprisingly strong for his size.
As you wish, sire. Your Highness.
And one more thing, Cedric. Put Thomas at the front of the battle, then have everyone else step back.
But he'll be creamed.
Your king has spoken.
As you wish, sire.
Lewis, meet me at dusk at the east gate. We've got a little job to do.
It was terrible. Lewis didn't want Thomas to get hurt, and he certainly didn't want to take his ducky, but he also didn't want King George to send him to the pie war too. So he did what the king asked.
All right, follow me, and try to act inconspicuous. We did it! Oh, now I'm happy! Let's have a look at it.
It looks just like your other duckies.
What? Hold your tongue, infidel! This is the most perfect ducky the world has ever known! It's time for a bath! Who could that be? Come in!
Thomas!
Yes, Thomas! Back so soon?
It was astounding! There he was, alone at the front line. But he never gave up. He stood his ground, and this little fellow single-handedly stopped the advancing horde.
He did?
He's a war hero, sire!
Yes. Well, Thomas,
Incoming! Boysenberry at 3 o'clock!
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid he's lost his mind, sire. The trauma of war. Oh, no. Well, how long will he be like this? No telling. Perhaps the rest of his life.
Yeah?
Cobbler in the hall! Hit the deck!
Well, we will give him the highest honor of the kingdom.
Yes, sire. If he were conscious, I'm sure he would thank you. I'll take him to his room now.
Thank you, Cedric. Now, finally, I can take that bath.
Oh, I feel just terrible.
Oh, that's all right. I still have time for my bath.
What? Are you the only one you think about?
No, I've been thinking about this Ducky for quite some time now. Since Thomas has lost his marbles, he won't be needing it. So come on, help me out with that bath. Oh, great. Come in.
I did.
I see. And who are you?
You remember me. I am Melvin, that slightly odd wise man who shows up every so often to tell you things.
Ah, yes. Well, what is it?
I have to tell you a little story.
Not now. I'm gonna go take a bath. Come back at bedtime.
It's important.
Oh, okay. What's that?
It's a flannel graph to illustrate.
Ooh, flannel graph.
There once was a man, a very rich man. He had a lot of sheep, he had a lot of land. He threw a lot of parties, he was dapper, he was tan. Yes, there once was a very rich man.
Okay, great story. I'll see you next time.
Wait just a minute, my story isn't done. It's about two men, and I've only mentioned one.
Oh.
There once was a man, a very poor man. He had next to nothing, just a little lamb. But he loved it like a son, and he fed it from his hand. Yes, there once was a very poor man. Then one day, there was a guest at the house of the rich man. What did he do? Have you guessed? To feed the guest of the rich man.
Well, let's see. He had plenty of sheep, so he could just share one of his sheep. Not a problem.
He took the lamb of the poor man. He took the lamb of the poor man. The rich man took to feed his guest the very, very poor man's lamb.
What? Is this a true story?
As surely as I stand before you today, my story is true.
Who is that man? Tell me. To take the lamb of the poor man, when he had lots of sheep, but the poor man only had one. Man! For his cruelty, he will spend the rest of his days locked in my dungeon. Who is he?
Oh, King George, you are that man.
What?
You are the king. you have many duckies. But Thomas only had one, and he loved it very much. But you weren't thinking about Thomas. You were only thinking about yourself and what you wanted.
But
Your Highness, what you have done has made God very unhappy. For whether you are a king or just a kid, God wants us all to think of others first. You have been selfish, King George, and when we are selfish, we hurt the people around us, just as you have hurt Thomas. God wants us to love our neighbors, not hurt them.
What do I do? What do I do?
Here is what you must do. Ask God to forgive you. Ask Thomas to forgive you. And then
Yes?
make it right. Well, King George knew exactly what to do.
Louis, draw a bath.
What?
Trust me.
Okay.
I gotta find Thomas.
He figured a nice hot bath in the royal tub would help Thomas.
Hello. Here, let's clean you up a little.
And sure enough, he was right.
Hey, where am I? Wow, big tub. Am I in heaven?
No, silly. It's just my bathtub. I've got something for you.
My ducky.
King George told Thomas what he had done and asked Thomas if he could forgive him. After thinking it over a bit, Thomas said yes. Then King George prayed and asked God to forgive him too. Yes, sir, being forgiven felt really great. And the people he had hurt, Thomas and even Louis, by making him do things Louis knew were wrong, felt much better once they knew King George was really sorry. Yep, it was a happy day. So, King George, what'd you learn today?
What I learned? Let me tell you. Today, I learned that being selfish doesn't pay. I tried it just the other day. I wanted to be happy. I thought it was the way, but it weren't.
I think you mean wasn't. It wasn't the way.
Well, now I know just what to do. Before I think about me, I better think about you. So send a message out to every boy and girl. There's no better way to make a really yucky world than being selfish.
Selfish,
It doesn't pay. I tried it.
You tried it just the other day.
I wanted to be happy.
You thought it was the way.
But it weren't.
Weren't.
Wait a minute.
No, it weren't.
Wasn't. It should be.
No, it weren't.
King George. It wasn't.
No, it weren't.
Was not.
No, it weren't.
Wasn't.
A wise man once said not to be afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Who is it?
Your Highness, the king was wondering if you could make him a sandwich.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but he says that he's the king and whatever he says goes.
Well, I'm the queen, and the king can make his own sandwich.
Okay.
You can't do this to me! I'm the queen!
Oh, you wanna bet? The king can do whatever he wants. He's the king. And don't come back.
don't you think that might have been a little harsh?
Oh, no way. If she got away with that, no one would listen to you.
Well, what am I going to do now?
It looks like we're gonna have to find you a new queen.
Make me a sandwich.
This is the story of a great person. It's hard to say whether our hero was born that way or was just placed in the right place at the right time and decided to do the right thing. I suppose you can be the judge of that. Oh, and one more thing. Our hero isn't a king, just an ordinary girl.
Now, wait a minute. Essie,
Yeah?
let me see if I got this. You saw your friend steal an apple.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, it wasn't hers, but she took it.
Yep.
And now you don't know what to do.
Yeah, what should I do?
What do you think you should do?
Well, I suppose I should tell her it was wrong and that she should pay for it.
Sounds like a good answer.
Yeah, but I'm too scared.
Esther,
Yeah, Cousin Mordecai?
how long have I been your cousin?
Well, pretty much forever.
Give or take. Have I ever steered you wrong?
Well, no, I guess.
You never need to be afraid to do what's right. Do you remember that song your grandmother used to sing?
You mean the one about God being on our side and not having to be afraid? Yeah, I remember that one.
Good.
But what if she doesn't want to be my friend anymore?
Oh, Essie, you can do the right thing. And there are problems out there a lot bigger than stolen apples. Like that one! It's Haman. That guy hates me. I gotta get scarce.
Make way for Haman, the king's right-hand man!
Hello, people of Persia! His Royal Highness, King Xerxes, finds himself, for reasons that do not concern you, in need of a new queen. So, I would like to ask all eligible young ladies to please come with me. A young lady? That means you.
If it's all the same to the king, I think I'd rather stay right here.
I did not ask you if you were interested. The king needs a queen. Get in the wagon. Essie, for your own good, you should probably go.
What? But Sir, I need to stay here so I can take care of my...
Shh! Did you shush me? What? No, I was shushing. Hey, I know you. You're Mordecai. Hello, Haman. You can call me sir. You know, we both work for the king, but compared to me, you are a gnat. It's a G. Silent. It's Nat. Are you calling me a gnat? No, just correcting your pronunciation. Are you calling me stupid? No. You, get in the wagon. You, bow to me. No. Bow. No. Bow. I bow to no one except my God and my king. Get in the wagon.
But I want to stay with my...
Did you shush me again? No. Oi. Essie, go. I'll explain later. Mark my words, old man. One of these days. Essie. Essie, are you there?
Cousin Mordecai? Mordecai, what's
Shh! Okay. Sorry about all the shushing. But look, Haman hates us. Hates our whole family. If he knew I was your cousin, he'd hate you too. And then you could be in grave danger. Esther, you mustn't let anyone here know that you're part of our family.
But I don't even want to be here. Why do I have to be here?
Oh, Essie, I don't know the future, but God does. Maybe there's a reason. I'll come visit you again.
Tell me why I don't understand. Tell me why, or show me your hand. Tell me why, because I can't see my way through. What now should I do?
Puppies are cuddly, puppies are cute. They're never nasty or mean. I give a home to all the lost puppies. If ever one day I were queen!
Yes, that was contestant number 37, Miss Ackmetha.
What am I gonna do with all those dogs? Next!
Yes. Now, all the way from Babylon, home of the Hanging Gardens, Miss Babylon. Go ahead.
What am I supposed to do again?
A song. You're supposed to sing a song. Didn't you prepare anything?
I guess I wasn't expecting to get this far.
Well, please sing something. You're making me look bad.
Let's see.
Remember that song your grandmother used to sing?
Okay, I've got something.
The battle is not ours. We look to God above, for He will guide us safely through and guard us with His love. So do not be afraid. We need not run and hide, for there is nothing we can't face when God is at our side.
Oh, yes! We have a new queen! What's your name, dear? Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Queen Esther! Essie, I just heard the news. You're the queen of all Persia.
Yep.
Well, you gotta be at least a little excited.
Nobody even asked me if I wanted to be queen.
Oh, Essie, you always did have a mind of your own. I always liked that about you. Oh, don't worry. There must be a reason. But hey, tomorrow you'll be introduced to the court. Oi, that'll be fun. So, get some rest, Queen Essie. My cousin, Queenie Poo. Who knew?
Mordecai, the king, what's he like?
Oh, he's sharp, real sharp. I think you're really gonna like him.
Do you think she's gonna like me?
Oh, you bet she will. You're the king. Everybody likes you under penalty of death.
Well, yeah, but, you know, even if I weren't the king, say I was one of those guys who cleans up after the camels, or a lawyer or something, do you still think?
No doubt about it. You're big and strong, charming, handsome. Why, any girl in the whole kingdom would be happy to make you a sandwich. King or no king.
You really think so?
Oh, I know so.
Well, all right then. Bring her in. Ah!
Hello, King.
Who are you?
I am Big Fan, your royal chef.
Well, what are you doing here? I don't remember inviting...
Every newlywed needs a cake, no?
Oh, my. Well, that's lovely. You made that for me?
Oui.
Oh, you shouldn't have. It looks delicious. Why don't you bring me over a piece?
Well, you know, I was thinking you could come over here to eat it.
Well, I always eat right here on my throne. Why would I need to come over?
Oh, King, it's the light. The light in this particular spot is just right. You can only appreciate the full beauty of this confectionery masterpiece in their proper light.
Ooh, light, huh? Well, that makes sense, I guess. I suppose I could come over there.
Hey, who's this guy?
I am the royal chef.
I've never seen you.
I'm, new.
He made me a cake. Psst, isn't that nice?
Did you invite him?
No.
Did you tell him what can happen to someone who appears before you uninvited?
Well, no. I was too busy thinking about that cake. Doesn't it look yummy?
Stop! It's a trap!
Why is there a piano on my cake?
Seize them! Hey, aren't you the Pion Brothers? The most wanted peas in Persia?
That's right, we are.
And we could have taken over the kingdom if it wasn't for that meddling queen.
You saved my life.
Well, actually, Your Highness, it was the good guard Mordecai. He alerted me. It was Mordecai who saved your life.
Oh, well, Mordecai,
King! What should the punishment be for these two dangerous criminals? The most wanted peas in Persia who appeared before you uninvited and tried to drop a piano on your head.
Well, let's see. It should probably be pretty stiff, huh? What do you think?
I say the punishment should be banishment to the island of perpetual tickling.
You don't mean
The island where you are tickled day and night
night and day
without stop.
Not even if you say pretty, please.
There are two things you don't do in Persia. One of them is trying to drop a piano on a king's head. The other is appearing before him uninvited. The Pion Brothers found these things out the hard way. Now, it might seem that things are going pretty well for Esther and Mordecai. After all, they saved the king's life. But Haman had something else up his sleeve. Or wherever. You see, nothing could be worse for Haman than for his enemy Mordecai to be on a king's good side. If the king liked Mordecai more than him, it might jeopardize his position as the second in command. So Haman came up with his own sneaky little plan.
Your Highness, I believe there is much to fear.
Really? Those peonies are no longer here.
A much greater danger may await you now.
How's that possible?
With permission, Your Highness, I'll tell you how.
Go on.
It's my duty to inform you, and if I'm correct, to ignore this great emergency would be neglect. It's the motto of my office, serve and protect. There are those who walk among us who show no respect.
Really?
The law must be adjusted. There are those who can't be trusted.
Oh my goodness. Tell me about these people.
A sneaky little family who do sneaky little things, who stick their sneaky noses into matters of the king. I fear if they're not dealt with, the prospect makes me weep. A zucchini-shaped sarcophagus is where you'll sleep.
Really? The nerve! I am disgusted.
There are those who can't be trusted.
That sure doesn't sound like a nice family.
Nope. Your Highness, I believe we must act with speed.
Agreed. Say the word. I'll give you what you need.
A simple solution, but you must act now.
Well, how can I help?
With permission, Your Highness, I'll tell you how.
Go on.
After careful calculation, I've got just the thing. We'll send them to the dreaded Isle of Tickling. But before I can take action, we have to close the deal. And it needs the kingly imprint of your royal seal.
I agree. They must be busted.
There are those who can't be trusted. That sneaky little family who do sneaky little things, who stick their sneaky noses into matters of the king. For crimes against the kingdom, their punishment is steep. The Isle of Endless Tickling is where they'll sleep.
The law is now adjusted
For those who can't be trusted. Mordecai is busted.
There are those who can't be trusted.
Huh? What's this? Oi! Essie! Essie! Essie!
Cousin Mordecai? What is it?
Oh, he's done it! He's finally done it!
Who? Done what?
Look!
What's this?
It's an edict. In just a few days, all of us, our whole family, will be sent to the island of perpetual tickling.
What? Who did this?
Oh, who do you think? Haman! I told you he hates us, hates our whole family, and now he's done it. He got the king to sign this, and we'll all be banished.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
That's just it. I can't do anything. I'm just a guard. But you're the queen.
What do you mean?
You must go to him. You must go to the king.
What? Don't you know what happens to people who appear before the king uninvited?
Esther!
Remember the Pion Brothers?
Esther! There is no other way! You are the only one who can stop this!
No, I'm not gonna. I didn't even want to be the queen. No, you're smart, Mordecai. Think of another way.
Esther, there is no other way.
I wasn't even brave enough to go to my friend about the apple, and now you want me to go to the king? Even if he doesn't banish me for showing up, why would he listen to me? I mean, Haman is his right-hand man.
I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you this. You wanted to know why you were here, why you became queen. I told you God must have a reason. Esther, perhaps he put you here for such a time as this. Perhaps this is the reason. Esther, you never have to be afraid to do what's right. I'll pray for you. We'll all pray for you.
Tell me why I don't understand. Tell me why, or show me your hand. Tell me why, because I can't see my way through. What now should I do?
Another one of them wise guys once said that in the moment of truth, a great person doesn't have to think much about what they're gonna say or do. They just speak and do what's right. Esther knew what she had to do was right, so she figured she didn't have to be nervous. All right, so she was a little nervous. Give her a break.
Hi, Queen.
So we're all set. I got the big boat reserved for Friday. 2 more days and we'll be rid of that dangerous family forever.
Good work, Haman. What would I do without you?
Hey, who invited the Queen? Did you invite the Queen?
No, I don't think I did. But that's okay. Come on over here, Queenie Poo. I don't know if anybody told you, but popping up uninvited is generally discouraged around here.
By death or banishment.
But my little Queenie Poo can visit me anytime she wants. So what is it you want? Just tell me. Whatever you want, it's yours.
If it pleases the king, there's something that I'd like to... I'd like you and Haman to come to dinner tonight.
Oh, isn't that nice? She's inviting us over for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You bet. We'd love to come. What time you want us over?
Say 8?
8 it is.
See you then.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep, she's a keeper.
Now, don't get me wrong. Showing up uninvited before His Highness is a very brave thing to do. But telling the king that his right-hand man is a weasel is especially difficult. What if he doesn't believe her? If the weasel stays, well, let's just say it wouldn't be so hot for our girl. No, Esther was looking for just the right moment to spring the news on him.
Okay, this is for the wedgie.
It's for the wedgie?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, make it an easy one.
Okay. Who was the youngest Jackson?
Oh, I think I know that one. It's, wasn't it, Tito? Yeah, Tito.
Nope, not Tito.
Not Tito?
Nope.
I thought for sure it was Tito.
Nope, not Tito.
Not Tito?
Your Highness? The real reason I asked you over tonight was to see if you would both like to join me for dinner again tomorrow night.
Well, sure.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds
I'd
great.
love to come.
Are you sure it wasn't Tito?
Nope, not Tito. Well, hello there. I guess there's not much to say, eh, Mordecai? Seeing how in 2 days you'll be waking up in Chuckle City. You know, I just came from dinner with the king and queen, and they invited me over again tomorrow night. I guess they must like me. Why don't you like me, Mordecai? You know, it wouldn't be too hard to show me that you like me. Just a little bow, that's all. Is that so hard? Who knows? I'm a very influential guy. I might be able to work something out for you and your family.
Arrogance is not fitting for a fool, Haman. Much less is lying fitting for a right-hand man. I'll never bow to you.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe this foolish right-hand man can arrange for you to take your trip to Tickletown tonight!
9:28 a.m. King puts on his slippers and brushes his teeth. 9:32. King cuts himself shaving.
Ouch. I remember that one. How about something more recent? You got anything more recent? Thanks for doing this. You know, it really does help me sleep.
1:40. King is joined by Haman in the throne room.
I really like it when you read me these records. I guess you could say it's the story of me.
1:45. Haman leaves to get queen. 1:47. Chef arrives with wedding cake. 1:50. King stands up to eat cake.
Ooh, this is a good one. Excitement. Drama.
1:51. The king's life is saved by the guard Mordecai. 1:52.
Wait. Did you say Mordecai saved my life? He's that little grape with the mustache, right?
Yep.
Mordecai, huh? Did we ever do anything to thank him for that?
Nope.
That's a shame. Maybe I ought to give him a card or something. You know, to show my appreciation. I wish I were more creative with things like that. Come in.
King, I have a most urgent request. I'm wondering if you
Whoa, wait a minute there, Haman. Let me ask you something. I need a little creative advice.
Okay. What is it?
Okay, there's this really great guy that I really want to thank. You know, show him my appreciation for something he did. You got any ideas?
Oh, well, King, I'm flattered.
I was thinking of a card or something.
Oh, no, cards are nice, but this sounds like a very special guy.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like the kind of guy who deserves a parade.
A parade?
Yeah, I think this guy should be dressed in royal robes and be marched through the whole city on your horse. And maybe you should even let him wear one of your crowns.
I guess he is pretty special.
And one of your most noble princes should lead this man through the streets proclaiming, "This is a really neat guy. The king really likes him. He's brave and has rugged good looks."
You see, Haman, you're the creative one around here. What would I do without you?
Oh, well, thank you, Your Highness.
All those things you mentioned, every last one, do that for the good God Mordecai, the man who saved my life. And you be the one to go with him on that parade, okay? I knew I could count on you. Lucky thing you dropped by. Now, what was it you wanted? You know, maybe you should just ask me tomorrow. I'm getting kind of sleepy. Good night.
They say that pride comes before a fall. It looks like nobody told that to Haman. But if Mordecai, Esther, and their whole family are going to be saved, Esther's got to come through. And she's only got one more chance.
I wonder where Haman could be.
See ya, Haman. Thanks for the parade.
Laugh all you want. You won't be laughing tomorrow. No, wait. You will. Oh, never mind. Hi. Sorry I'm late.
The real reason I called both of you here again tonight is to...
Remember, Esther, you never need to be afraid to do what's right.
Your Highness, someone is plotting against my family. Tomorrow, my people and I will be banished to the island of perpetual tickling.
What? Banish my queen? Oh, who would dare?
It's Haman.
Is this true?
I don't know what she's talking about. She's crazy.
It is true.
Can you prove this charge?
I'm telling you, she's making it up.
Wait a minute. Well, that's Mordecai. I just gave him a parade.
Mordecai is my cousin. His family is my family.
You had me banish the man who saved my life and my own queen? For your punishment, Haman, you ought to be sent to the island of perpetual tickling along with anyone else who dares scheme against my queen and her family.
So Haman got what was coming to him, and then some. And Mordecai, this is my favorite part, he got Haman's old job. The number 2 guy in the whole kingdom. Not bad. And Esther, what a gal! She showed more courage than 10 kings and saved her people. No, she wasn't born for greatness. She didn't go to school for it. She just learned that sometimes God has plans so big only He can see them. All she had to do was believe. Yup, she was just a regular kid. Just like you.
And now, a Snoodles Tale. Far, far away in the land of galoots, where the bigglebag trees bear their bigglebag fruits, and far lily bushes all blossom in yellow, and thimbuttle plants squirt snowberry jello. Here where the mountains of Rocky Magoo rise high o'er the meadows of Gilda Manju, where sunsets are painted with purple and blue, you'll find a small town, not much bigger than you. Welcome to Snoodleburg, home of the Snoodles, a curious folk who eat pancakes with noodles and spend half their days making sketches and doodles and cutting their hair into shapes like French poodles. Now, right in the heart of this curious town is a curious building, the tallest around, with a clock at its top and a chute at its bottom. 'Tis pink in the spring and turns red in the autumn. But weirder by far than its color or height is what happens there every fourth Tuesday night. As strange as it seems, it has been demonstrated that Snoodles aren't born, but rather created. Every fourth Tuesday at 9:15, the tower will shimmy and rattle and whine, and as the town nibbles on bigglebag fruit, a shiny young Snoodle will drop from the chute. That's where they come from, though no one knows why, nor who could have built the great tower so high. These mysteries of life befuddle most Snoodles, who'd much rather focus on pancakes and noodles and cutting their hair into shapes like French poodles. Yes, most found the tower too noisy and strange, until one small Snoodle made all of that change. This little Snoodle was much like the others. He came without siblings, no sisters or brothers. He came without money, a mom or a dad. The pack on his back was all that he had.
This is peculiar,
the little guy said.
I came from a chute and I fell on my head? What do I look like? What am I for?
He pondered those questions and then thought of more.
Checking my bag is a good place to start.
He pulled out some paints.
Maybe I'm good at art.
The next thing he found was a Snoodle kazoo.
Hey, what do you know? I can make music too.
Then back on his pack, he pulled a small string, and out from the sides popped 2 little wings.
Amazing,
he said with a gleam in his eye.
I can paint, play kazoo, and now I can fly. Wait till the others see all the great things I can do with my paints, my kazoo, and my wings.
So he packed up his paints and his Snoodle kazoo, and he hopped off to show them all what he could do. There from the top of a short, stubby wall, the big Snoodles heard the new small Snoodle call.
Come watch me, you guys, as I head for the sky.
He straightened his wings with a gleam in his eye. Then he jumped, and he flapped like the red-snootered finches that fly from the plains to the peak of Mount Ginches. His flight, unlike theirs, covered only 12 inches.
You call that flying?
You think you're a bird? We've never seen anything quite so absurd.
The old Snoodle snorted, he sniggered, he shook.
I'll paint you a picture to show how you looked.
The brushstrokes were skillful, the colors were coolish. The story they told made the young one feel foolish.
Take it from us,
said a Snoodle named Lou.
Flying just isn't what you're meant to do.
The young Snoodle drooped. He felt his heart sag. The painting the old Snoodle placed in his bag.
Carry this with you,
the old Snoodle said,
so visions of flying don't go to your head.
The weight on his back was as heavy as lead. So under the weight of the picture he bore, he hobbled along feeling lonely and sore. till up far ahead on a bench near the tower, he spied a bright bundle of far lily flowers. His heart started lifting.
What beautiful things.
Then he remembered.
I've got more than wings.
So quickly, he dug the paints out of his pack and hoped that with art, maybe he'd have the knack.
I did it!
He yelled to the Snoodles in town, then held up his picture as they gathered round.
You did it all right,
said the Snoodles, replying.
You showed you're no better at painting than flying.
Then one of them laughed, and while eating a waffle, painted a picture that made him feel awful.
You're puny.
You're silly.
You're not all that smart. You can't use your wings, and you're no good at art.
That picture, too, was placed in his pack and made his heart slump just as low as his back.
I'm ugly, I'm foolish, and so very small. I don't think I should be with Snoodles at all.
And so he decided to get out of town. His wings hung so low that they dragged on the ground. He walked past the tower and out of the city. He walked through the fields and thought,
My, this is pretty. The far lily bushes all blooming in yellow, and thin little plants squirting snowberry jello. I might like it here,
said the small Snoodle fella. Then feeling some warmth coming back to his chest, he thought he would sit for a moment and rest. But try as he might to sit down with grace, the weight on his back knocked him flat on his face.
Ha! That's a who,
said a voice from behind. A farmer stood up with a thimble vine.
Why, you need a picture, my Snoodleberg bud, lest you forget how you look in the mud.
And so in an instant, the picture was done and placed in his backpack, which now weighed a ton. The poor Snoodle struggled. He wobbled, he groaned. He stood to his feet and he said with a moan,
Is there anywhere I can be truly alone?
Just then overhead flew two red-snooted finches, winging their way toward the peak of Mount Ginches.
I see,
said the Snoodle.
Then that's what I'll do. The home for those finches will be my home too.
So painfully, struggling under his pack, the small Snoodle inched up the big mountain's back. He crawled over boulders in rain and in lightning. He trudged on, though the journey was frightening. Till finally on Sunday, at 2:15, he spied all the meadows of Gilda-Manju and realized he was on top of Mount Ginches, alone with the wind and his thoughts and the finches. He thought of the Snoodles. He thought of the tower. He thought of the bell that would chime on the hour. He thought of his pack and his very long walk. He thought it so loudly, he heard his thoughts talk.
Hello,
said his thoughts.
You've made quite a climb.
That voice,
he remarked,
doesn't sound much like mine.
Then he turned and he noticed he wasn't alone, for a man stood behind, near a cave in the stone. He looked like a Snoodle, though quite a bit bigger.
Maybe a giant,
the small Snoodle figured.
I'm going,
the Snoodle boy said with a huff.
And don't paint a picture, I've got quite enough.
But first, come inside,
the man said.
Have some tea. I'm so very pleased that you're visiting me.
The Snoodle boy stopped, though he'd only gone inches, and stared at the stranger he'd found on Mount Ginches. He didn't seem angry. In fact, he looked kind. The poor little boy was confused.
Are you blind? I'm puny. I'm silly. I'm not all that smart. I can't use my wings and I'm no good at art.
The stranger leaned down with a pain in his heart.
Who told you these things?
He asked.
How do you know?
These pictures I have in my pack tell me so.
The small Snoodle sniffled and started to go.
First, if you please, let me look at this art. That makes your pack heavy and weighs down your heart.
Then, picture by picture, he unpacked the bag that bent the poor Snoodle and made his wings sag.
Dear boy,
said the man.
These look nothing like you.
Then into the fire the pictures he threw. He rose from his chair, saying,
Wait there, you'll see that what you need most is a picture from me.
The Snoodle sat patiently, sipping his tea. Then from a room in the back he returned and said,
Dear little Snoodle, it's time that you learned what you really look like.
And he threw off the sheet, and what the boy saw warmed him right to his feet. The boy in the portrait looked older and strong, with wings on his back that were sturdy and long, and a look in his eye both courageous and free.
Sir?
Asked the boy.
Are you saying that's me? I like to believe it, but sir, I'm afraid to.
But I know who you are,
the man said,
for I made you. I built the tower and set it in motion. I planted the meadow, put fish in the ocean. And I feed the finches, though most Snoodles doubt it. Not one of them falls that I don't know about it. I've seen you fall down in the mud and the goo. I've seen all you've done and all you will do. I gave you your pack and your paints and your wings. I chose them for you. They're your special things. The Snoodle kazoo is so you can sing about colors in autumn or flowers in spring. I gave you your brushes in hopes that you'd see how using them you could make pictures for me. Most of the Snoodles,
the old one said sadly,
just use their paints to make others feel badly.
The young Snoodle pondered the things he'd been told, then wondering something, grew suddenly bold.
But sir, if you made this incredible land, can't you make Snoodles obey your command?
The big one smiled warmly, then said to the small,
A gift that's demanded is no gift at all.
With that, the small Snoodle reached into his pack and pulled out the picture he'd made 10 miles back.
They're for Lily, sir, from over the bridge.
The old one beamed bright and said,
That's for my fridge.
After the small Snoodle's picture was hung, the old one bent down to the face of the young. He said,
Here's what you look like. Here's how I see you. Keep this in your pack and you'll find it will free you from all of the pictures and all of the lies that others made up just to cut down your size. And lastly, your wings. You know what they're for. But not just to fly, son. I want you to soar.
But sir,
said the Snoodle,
how can I fly? This picture's so big, I won't get very high.
But this picture's special. It's bigger, it's brighter. Carry it close, and I think you'll feel lighter.
As soon as he heard it, the Snoodle looked down and noticed that he was an inch off the ground. He laughed and he leaped and he flew from the cave, feeling now older and stronger and brave. And he flew through the clouds and he flew with the finches. He soared up and down round the peak of Mount Ginches. He flew over far lily bushes in yellow and thimbuttle plants squirting snowberry jello. He flew over bigglebag trees and their fruits in big lazy loops o'er the land of galoots. Then hurried back home to the center of town, where the Snoodles all stood with their wings on the ground. And starting precisely at 2:15, he told them the story that I just told you.